Welcome to the DEKA Strong competition day vlog. So today I've actually had a nice bit of a lie-in. I think I got about 7 o'clock, so an extra hour and a half in bed today. Feeling really good today. So this week I've had a couple of injuries. I know that before you have a competition, it's meant to be a bit of a deload week, but the DEKA Strong competition is normally about 15 to 20 minutes long. So I thought I'll just hit training as hard as I've done on the lead up to it because it's felt so good. On Monday, my glutes were in agony after the lower conditioning session. Is that hinge motion? So like the lower back, the glutes just really tight. So I was working hard all week on loosening them up, which by Wednesday, Thursday, they were feeling back to normal. And then on Thursday, I pulled my calf last 5 minutes of the run. But these things happen, especially when you're trying to push yourself. And I know I overpushed in that moment. As we're coming to today, obviously Saturday, that happened on Thursday. I still feel like I can go hell for leather with it, which is the objective. Just hit all 10 stations as hard as possible without having any break or any slowing down. And with the calf, there's only probably 2 stations where it's going to really feel any pain in it. So that's the box step overs and probably the farmer's carry. But we'll feel good. I'll take some painkillers beforehand. Like I said, it's just one of those things, and it shouldn't really affect any time. So I'm not using that as an excuse. So we're up. First things first, obviously I've had my shower, got ready. I'm going to take Emma out for a walk in a minute. But first, getting in on my shake. So it's a good shake, this one. I want to share it with you. So this is my first smoothie of the day. I have 3 smoothies a day, and I have this the same every single morning. Normally, I'll have this before my workout, and I won't have porridge with this one. It'll be normally after my workout, I'll have porridge and another smoothie. But today, we're going to have this smoothie. We're going to have my porridge because my workout is at 2 o'clock. It takes about 2 hours, 15 minutes for the drive up to Edinburgh. So I'm going to have this now with my breakfast, and then I'll have my recovery smoothie still when I get back. So what this entails, a lot of people think it's absolutely honking that what I've got in here, but first it's beetroot. So beetroot is really good for power and endurance. So we've got look at that beast, that one, saving the best till race day. And then it's meant to be a quarter of a bag of spinach, but I forgot to get some more. So we've got like 1 handful. And again, power and endurance with the spinach. Next up, banana. Obviously getting some more carbs in there. Really good for getting you through that session with these carbs. And then last, I have to have frozen fruit in every single smoothie I have, just for that consistency and the taste. So these are really good. This is just summer fruits. I heard something about blackberries being, again, really good for the power and endurance side. This has got a mixture of all of it. Obviously, again, we're getting a lot of sugar in through these fruits to power that session that I've got today. It's only going to be 15, 20 minutes long, but I want to make sure carbs are high, and that's the whole point. And then I normally aim for 80 grams. So that's that. Push them down a little bit, making sure we can get the actual blade in, and then top it up with milk. And I normally just go to the line that says max, and it normally makes it consistency decent enough. All right. Smoothed up. And this smoothie takes some getting used to. At the start, and I'll finish it up in a second. The beetroot and the spinach just tasted so earthy in the smell. I was almost heaving in the morning when I was smelling it, whereas now, yeah, it's absolutely fine. As I'm going to demonstrate, hopefully I'm not going to heave. No, I'm not. It smells good. Absolutely banging. Got used to it now, so it's class. So here we are at DEKA Strong in Edinburgh at Primal Gym. There, I've put on the screen there what DEKA Strong is, what it entails, the 10 stations, and then the standards that need to be met for each category. So obviously I was in male. The objective for me today was literally just go to every single station, all 10 stations, and hit it as hard as possible. I had a time target of getting under sub 16 minutes, but we set 15 minutes. So that's what my support team was just basically trying to get me towards 15 minutes. Even though that would have been a push, it was just something that made sure that I was definitely under the 16. So here we go. So this is obviously me ready to rumble, feeling good, feeling happy. And we move into the first station in the lunges, which again, just hit them as fast as I could. And you'll see in a minute, I chucked the weight down there. So I completely forgot this from last time, that you need to place the weight on the floor. I've been using sandbags in my local gym at Real Fitness in Alnwick, and obviously got into a bad habit there of just throwing the sandbag onto the floor, whereas I need to place that. So that was my first mistake. So you can see there, sat on the rower, they're saying, no, you need to get that rep redone. So I did. So we lost a little bit of time there, but other than that, lunges went really, really well. Aim for the row was to keep a 1:45 per 500 pace, which I did. And then with the step overs, as you can see here, kept that pace all 20 reps. We then move on to the sit-ups, which again, I just went as hard as I could, as fast as I could, 25 reps there. And then we moved straight onto the ski, which again felt good. I was aiming for like 150 per 500 pace, which we managed to keep for the whole entire time. And then, as with every other station, farmer's carry, just hit it as hard as you could. I could feel the calf a little bit from the lunges and the step overs, and then in a little bit into the farmer's carry, but we got through it. And the assault bike really had to dig deep here. Really felt that 25 calorie assault bike. And even these wall ball, what would you call them, dead ball shoulder overs, just trying to chip away consistently at them, and I managed to just keep that rhythm. And then with the sled push and pull, because it's on a resistance, you can't actually really push it any faster than what you can see that I'm doing, or pull it any faster. So it was just one of them I'd taken the chin. And then burpees killed me off, but we just kept moving. There you can see there, really crushing my face into the carpet, but we got that last rep out, and I probably did that for like the last 10 just using my head to get up. But we got done and dusted with a time of 15:45 on my certificate, but I think it says 15:46 on the day. So 15:46 was joint fastest of the day. So I'll definitely take that. There's lots of obviously improvements that we can do with getting fitter throughout, but really happy with how that went. So a few days have gone by now since DEKA on Saturday. Spent a bit of time back home over in the northwest of England with family, and I'm back here now on Wednesday filming this. But yeah, DEKA Strong 2025 went as good as it probably could have been. Tested where my fitness levels are currently at. Like I said, a 15:45 is like a 2:40 PB from the first time I did it last year. So we're definitely moving in the right direction. I think we can get under 15 minutes on the next one. Is definitely the aim. I think there was areas on Saturday where, especially with like the error that I made by throwing the weight down, I was annoyed at that point in myself. I'm not necessarily annoyed, just I couldn't believe I forgot that you had to put the weight down. It's really bad. But it is what it is. Probably only like 10 seconds anyway. But the burpees could have definitely gone quicker. I literally just couldn't go any quicker. So I know there's obviously levels of fitness and muscular endurance come to that bit. But yeah, we'll look into that a little bit more. But it was such a good day. And looking back over the videos, it's so good. And the guys that supported me on the day definitely got me through into that time. So yeah, we set out with a target, and we went and got that target, which I can't complain about at all. Really happy with how it went, and the leg held up going in there with that little bit of a calf injury, a little tear in the calf. But it just shows that you can still get a lot done, even though you've got a little bit of an injury. Didn't affect the injury, didn't make it worse. As long as I wasn't running, that was the part that I was worried about. If there was anything, especially on the lunges, I felt it a little bit, and then on the step ups, tiny bit. But other than that, we cracked on, and that's that. Thank you for watching the DEKA Strong vlog, my first ever vlog. Looking forward to whenever the next one will be. I'm trying to think now. Alnwick's Fittest at Real Fitness Gym on the 1st of June will probably be the next one. I'll try and see if I can get that recorded. We can get a vlog going for that. But yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching.